This show is being recorded live inside the Beverly Hills Hotel. Bathroom.
No babies were tickled during the making of this podcast. All right, maybe some were.
Hello, and welcome to the second show from Pull Yourself to Pieces.
What? Oh, isn't this classic audiobooks?
Classic audiobooks? What are you, a moron? It's not classic audiobooks.
It's not?
Why'd you think it was that?
I don't know.
I
hate being lied to. You know, I was really hoping to hear Moby Dick.
You're not going to hear any Moby Dick,
so
okay?
What is this now?
This is a podcast called Pull Yourself to Pieces.
Oh, that sounds familiar. Are we in it?
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
Can we get on with this?
Yeah, I'm Ray, and you're Bill. And you are now listening to the next episode of Pull Yourself to Pieces.
That's right. Here it is.
Dead air.
Radio, podcasts, and television all have one thing in common: the dreaded dead air. Dead air is brief moments of silence during a program caused by technical difficulties, inattentive guests who have nothing to say, or live shows that go to black because of footage or conversations that should not be seen or heard. Pull Yourself to Pieces is well aware of this problem, so we have condensed all of our dead air into the following 30 seconds, which we will now present to you in order to get it over with and have a smooth flowing show. Here we go.
Did you turn the mics down?
Oh, yeah. So Ray, so were you able to do it?
No. I failed again. I've been trying, but no.
Oh, really? It's not that hard.
Well, maybe for you, you've probably done it before, but
you just have to, you just have to go in and do it. You just take it in your hands. You just got to take it in your hands, right? You grab it in your hands.
Yeah.
And you just got to turn it.
No, I can't. I've tried.
You can't be scared. Okay, you can't be scared.
Oh,
it's
just
that's
the other
taking
thing. I'm afraid.
And you turn it.
I'm afraid of dropping it. I don't want to drop it. So
please don't tell me you're not turning it on before.
Well, how can I? I can't turn it on until I stick it in there. That's putting the cart before the horse.
Look,
again, that's easy for you to say. You've probably done it, at least 100 times.
Look, it really can't be that hard. All right, it's not that hard to screw in a light bulb.
I've.
Oh, you know what? I think our timer's up. I think we got to turn the volume back up.
All right, go ahead.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, please explain it to me.
Okay, so here at Pull Yourself to Pieces, our main topic for today is it's okay to let your kid lose once in a while.
Oh, lose? Oh, that's not what I thought it said.
What do you think it said?
Well, something totally different. I thought it said it's okay to let your kid loose once in a while.
Oh, as opposed to being tied up in a room somewhere?
Right. I thought there was a lot of things wrong with that, and I was like, "Where's he going with that?"
LOSE is lose, not lose. But
gotcha.
Look, I'm not going to hold it again. I won't hold it against you. It's an honest mistake.
Ooh, man, I got nervous there. Letting the kid loose.
Yeah, no, we that's something I don't think we really should talk about on the air.
Yeah, okay.
But anybody who does that, I just want to say anybody who does that, you're a horrible parent if you tie your kid up.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh.
Well,
I feel a lot better.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad you feel better. So what we kind of really want to talk about is how in today's culture, it seems like we can't have anybody lose at anything because it is bad for their self-esteem. Well, let me tell you how it was when we were growing up, my brother and I. I remember my neighborhood where we would have foot races. Somebody would challenge you to a foot race.
You should preface this by letting people know that this was the 70s, correct?
Oh, 60s.
60s. Late 60s, 70s.
Yeah, because
right.
we're old as dirt, but that's besides the point. And so if you had a foot race with somebody, generally there was a winner and a loser. And the loser
Sure.
realized, oh, I got to be faster next time. He didn't sit down and cry because he lost because the other guy was faster. It's just a fact of life.
Right. Right.
And these are lessons that you learn early on that there is normally a winner and a loser. Uh,
Exactly.
every
Exactly.
single sports game that is out there, you have a winner and a loser.
Sure.
You
I mean,
don't have you don't
when
have
it's professional sports, yes,
yeah, there are right,
this whole
right.
issue that you're having is has to do with more of these, not these professionally organized sports. It's
No,
little league and it's soccer
yeah,
games and it's right.
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 And I'm talking about parents who uh, have to have their kid get some kind of award just for participating. Now,
Right.
that may not sound like that this creates a problem, but it does create a problem when you teach your kid that no matter what, you didn't lose. You won. You're a winner, even though your kid did lose, because this does not set them up to be able to accept failure in their adult life. Because, as we know, as parents and as adults, we encounter a good amount of failure in our lives. Not
Well,
everybody's a winner.
well,
Yeah.
so you're equating the losing to failure, and that's that's clear cut into you, black and white. That's definitely
Yes.
the same thing.
Yes. I mean,
See,
if you lost, just deal with the fact that you lost and hopefully you'll do better next time. Or
that's a good point. You make a good
maybe
point.
or maybe the contest you just uh put yourself into is not the right contest for you. Maybe you need to find your strong suit. All I
I
know is this,
yeah.
yeah,
Well, go ahead.
this idea that everybody's a winner, it does not build character. It builds kids who are not able to face the simple fact that they lost at something, and they will sit there and cry and whine because they lost. Well, guess what? Not everybody's a winner. Not everybody can win. That's the whole point of having a competition. It's to see who's the best. You don't have competitions where everybody's the same. If we had every single sports game where it always turned out to be a draw, what would be the point in watching it? Why would any if you know that you're going to get a trophy for losing, why would you try and aspire to be a better athlete? You could just be a mediocre athlete because
Right.
you know at the end of the game you're going to get a trophy.
Well, I think that
That's
for
not real life.
the longest time, the term loser, and even you say it yourself, is associated with a failure. And I can't say I totally agree with that. I don't think that they're really one and the same.
Yeah.
The way we
Look,
were taught when we were younger, that
right.
you lose, oh, you're a failure. I think there's a stigma, like I said, to the word loser, and I think if it's trying to make a point that we're not failures because we lose, then I'm all for that. I don't
Agreed. I
I don't want
agreed.
someone right. I don't want someone to feel like what do you consider failure? Let's not talk about win or lose for a minute. Let's talk about what you consider a failure.
Well, a
Give me an
failure
example.
is
Give me an example of
okay.
failure.
A failure is when I attempt to do something on the computer, which I'm not very computer literate, and I can't figure out how to do it. I have basically failed at that task. Now, just because I failed at that particular task doesn't mean I'm a loser,
Loser.
because
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
am proficient at other things. But this computer here is it speaks a language that I don't understand. So yes, I fail at that, and there are other things in life that I fail at, but it doesn't make me a loser. And I'm
No,
okay. I
and
understand the
and you
difference.
right. And in your example with the failure on the computer, I mean in your defense, the failure is because of a lack of skills in that particular
Uh,
area.
exactly.
Well,
Now,
maybe. Sometimes,
yeah,
there's
sure it is.
expert IT
Yeah,
people that can be jumping on computers and even they're stumped and they got to go to Google and try to figure
yeah,
things out. So
yeah. A lot of it.
we daily live, all of us should daily live with failures. And if we can't recognize failures, then we've got to that's a whole other problem that we have on our own. We've always
Exactly.
understood it's okay to lose. You're not a
It's okay.
failure if you lose. You're not a failure if
Right.
you lose. You tried.
You just right.
Everything's
You
about
tried.
trying. Right. You
Thank
can
you. You
try,
tried.
you try you can only try. I mean, you try to do your best. You go in and you do your
Yeah.
best. You can't You
Yeah.
can't beat yourself up because you lost. Second place is, you
It's
know,
not bad. It
exactly.
beats
Look,
10th. It beats 10th place. But
sure,
but
but even
but to
but even
tell but
but
to
let me tell you something though. I mean, I think about those marathons.
right,
We always focus on the fast runners, and they're usually the same people that are in these marathons every year.
right.
And the last person
Yep.
running over the line is somebody who maybe had a double bypass surgery, okay,
Yep.
who didn't have a chance in
Didn't have a
hell,
chance in
right?
hell to finish this
And
race, but they
he
did.
finishes this thing. That guy's a huge winner to me, and he came in last place. So
Yeah,
so it's all a matter of perspective and how you look at it. And
exactly.
he's a loser? No way he's not a loser. He came in last.
No.
He's
Yeah.
he's a winner to me. He tried. You're still a winner if you try. But
And it's okay to lose once in a while. You
right.
don't have to win everything.
It's how you interpret it. Unfortunately, you say the losing team lost, but when you say you're a bunch of losers, all of a sudden now it's like, oh, whoa, yes, that seems personal, doesn't it?
Exactly. Yes.
It just it
It
seems.
becomes very personal at that point.
But the losing team who lost, it's like, hey, they tried, they lost. Someone had to win, someone had to lose.
Right?
It's not just about winning, It's about things like dedication and training, discipline,
Yep.
attitude, teamsmanship, things like that.
Exactly.
This presentation sponsored by.
Is there anything more satisfying than the joy of owning a new car? That new car smell? That shiny new paint job and pristine upholstery? Well, you'll find none of that at Carl's Used Car Corral. We have a fine assortment of used cars that can fit any budget. We have affordable rust buckets all the way up to overpriced junk. Most of our gems have been saved by the crusher, but we guarantee hours of ownership for each and every one. Remember our motto: once you drive it off the lot, it's your problem. Happy motoring.
Welcome to another exciting segment of What the Film. Ray will read 3 movie plots and I'll try to guess what film it is. I'll get 3 clues and 3 guesses, but 3 strikes on those guesses and I'm out. So, Ray, are you ready?
I am.
Okay,
right.
let's do this.
Plot number 1. A man who has been searching for answers all his life suddenly wakes up to learn that all his energy has been spent as a pawn trying to make others happy. His newfound direction is contagious and makes those around him sure that he is special and that he is a born leader. He decides to buck the system and take on those in power. In the end, he sacrifices himself and becomes a true hero. Go.
Man who's been searching for all right. Could it be The Matrix?
You got it first shot. Oh my goodness.
Really?
Congratulations.
Wow, that never
Let's hear the
happens.
applause. That is
Woo.
fantastic.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Wow.
Oh,
I didn't think
you-
that was
you
going to
are-
happen.
You are one smart cookie, and I was going to give
Just-
you a hint of have a cookie, but you already got it. So
Wow.
here we go. I'm gonna have to make these harder. Okay, here we go with the second one.
All right.
A street smart man decides to take matter into his own hands when a close relative is mistaken for someone else. With his muse by his side, the man travels to a new and strange land where he is misunderstood but perseveres by using all his newfound knowledge. He relies heavily on his muse to help him untangle his relative from certain danger. Okay, go.
This one, not so quick. um, all right, I'm going to have to ask for a clue.
Are you mocking me?
It's not going to be as easy as the first one. Nope.
No, and my clock is ticking here.
All right, give me a second clue.
That was it.
Oh.
Time's almost up.
I didn't even have any guesses. I thought I'd get at least a few
10,
guesses here.
9,
Yeah.
8, 7,
Wow.
6, 5,
Yeah.
4.
And how about a third clue? A third
All
clue.
right. You should never make fun of someone that stutters.
Oh boy. Oh my gosh! Wow. It's gotta be Rain Man.
No.
Oh,
No,
what?
sorry. Nope.
Really? Wait a
Really?
minute.
Nope. Not Rain Man.
So
All right. I'll read it to you one more time. A street smart man decides to take matters into his own hands when a close relative is mistaken for someone else. With his muse by his side, the man travels to a new and strange land where he is misunderstood, but perseveres by using all his newfound knowledge. He relies heavily on his muse to help him untangle his relative from certain danger.
I'm drawing a blank. I don't know. Kingpin. I know it's not that.
My cousin Vinny.
But very good. Very good.
All right, so we
win
got
one,
let's-
and you won
all
one. I win one, and
All
wait.
right, so let's. There you go. We're
I
one
got
for
one,
here.
and
Okay.
you took me off.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. You
Yeah.
know what I mean.
All right. You
All
were
right.
close. All right, here we go. Here's the last one.
Was I?
All right. Yeah. No, I'm just being nice. I'm just trying to be nice. All right, here we go with the third one. Two self-absorbed parents who have neither the time or patience to raise their kids rely on the wisdom and understanding of others to step in and do their job. Along the way, a great lesson is learned that life can be too serious and that removing the shackles of life can be rewarding and bring the family closer together. All right, go.
This is a known movie, correct?
Oh, it's a classic. It's a favorite. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Oh boy. The Parent Trap.
Nope. Keep
All
going.
right. How about a clue?
Hey, go fly a kite.
Oh wait, that's too good of a clue. It's gotta be Mary Poppins.
And bingo. All right, give that man a cigar.
You gave me too good of a clue.
Well, I had to give you something there. You were drowning, so I
Okay.
threw you a lifesaver. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. You didn't even include Mary Poppins in there, and it.
No, I couldn't
and it
because that would have
worked.
given it away.
Exactly.
I mean, if you
Exactly.
think about it, if you truly think about it, the plot of the movie is really about the kids and their parents. Mary Poppins is
right.
nothing but a distraction, which brings the four people
Exactly.
together.
Exactly.
So yeah,
Right.
to really explain that film in a way that doesn't give away all
Give
the
away-
fantasy,
Sure.
that's it. That's
Sure.
it.
All right,
Well,
you did it.
you did good. You got 2 out of 3 this time.
Better
Congrats.
than last week. I look forward to next week when I hopefully get a chance to stump you.
Okay, well, I'm looking forward to that too. All right, bye for now.
All right.
This is breaking news.
Today, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's wife gave birth to their first son. The boy was promptly named Pebble.
Pebble? Really?
Yeah. Yeah, Pebble. Well, what else
he-
would you name the son of The Rock?
Yeah. I think he's been watching the Flintstones too much.
Who knows? All I know is they named the kid Pebble.
Oh gosh.
In a move to keep their product relevant to changing times, Mattel will introduce a new friend for their iconic Barbie doll, Buffy. Will be an opiate-addicted, blue-haired high school dropout with a baby on the way, marketed for children 13 and up.
You hear that? You
What?
hear that? Where's all that laughter coming from?
Oh, that's our laugh track.
We have a laugh track. We have an audience.
Yeah, well, not so much an audience as think of it more like a virtual audience.
Excuse me.
This is like a radio show. This is theater of the mind. I can conjure up anything I want. If I want a laugh track, I just add it in.
You didn't have a few drinks before you got in the studio, did you?
Oh, no. It's the magic of the internet. It's the magic of technology. I can conjure up anything I want. I could have people booing, which would be a bad thing. I could have people applauding. I could make it sound like there's a riot going on outside. I can have
Can we
anything I
conjure up
want.
some guy? Can we conjure up a few guys in white coats in case they need to take you out of here? I think you've lost your mind.
I was just starting to like you. In other news, Sylvester Stallone will begin filming on Rocky 10. According to insiders, Stallone will come back as Rocky's ghost, who haunts the grandson of Apollo Creed into becoming a boxer.
Crazy, but I actually believe that's probably true, isn't it?
Well, why kill off such a money-making franchise? I mean, I expect to see a Rocky 20 someday, where his great-great-great-great-grandson beats up Apollo Creed's great-great-great. Current top NASCAR driver Kyle Busch quits NASCAR saying, "I'm tired of always making left turns. I want to go right for a while." think about making left turns all your life. I mean, eventually you're going to get fed up and want to go in a different direction. Look, I don't blame the guy. I can't imagine just making left turns all my life.
Is there a reason why they only make lefts? Would we all be confused if all of a sudden the racetrack started to go the other way?
Wouldn't that be interesting if mid-race some guys decided, yeah, screw this, we're going the other way?
Just one guy.
Just one. Well, that would really be interesting. Yeah. In what's been billed as a freak occurrence, thousands of young YouTube watchers suddenly woke up and realized that they were watching other young YouTube watchers play video games. Supposedly, they promptly got up off their gaming chairs and ventured out into the streets where they were mistaken for vampires.
Now that's got to be real.
Yeah,
how could that not be?
How can I make up something like that,
Right,
Bill?
exactly.
Come on.
No,
How
you
could
can't.
I possibly? No. Anyway, with the current pandemic crisis in full swing, officials note that there is a dangerous shortage of doctors. To help speed along the process of graduating new doctors, all first-year students have to do is successfully remove the funny bone from the patient of the game operation. Now, I'm sure you played it.
Of course. I remember the game very well, and it was kind of scary, that game.
It was scary because you had some fake guy's life in your hands. You know, you touch the sides, and his nose would go red, and he'd go into defibrillation. Yeah. It really taught you how to have steady hands. In other news, the Dalai Lama has thrown Tibet into an uproar with news that he now sports a "You Only Live Once" tattoo. I think that's a very cruel thing to people who think that you come back as any number of things. I mean, why would he do that? That's just wrong. You agree?
Yes.
Thank you. Another Amazon tribe that has been secluded from modern man has been discovered deep in the heavily forested jungle. Within a week's time of their discovery, a Starbucks and an Abercrombie and Fitch store have been erected, and just in time because the natives are finding it hard to place their cell phones on naked bodies. Which kind of makes sense. I mean, if you got a cell phone and you have no clothes to hang it on, what are you going to put it? I mean, I could think of a place to put it, but this is a family show, so I'm not even going to go there. And here, look at it this way. Imagine sitting on a cold stool in a Starbucks with a bare butt. So look, these stores have really just come around just in time. I think they're going to save lives. What do you think?
I am drawing a blank.
Thank you. Please wait for assistance.
All right, welcome back to the show with Bill and Ray here in the studio.
Hi.
Hi. Oh, hi. I thought that we might decide to bring a guest in.
I did.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
And who's our
guy
guest?
some guy was walking down the street, and I grabbed him. I threw him in the studio and promised him a taco, and he's like, "Yeah, cool, great."
Who's our guest? Are you with
I
us?
don't know. He said his name was Tyler.
Tyler, you there?
Hello.
Oh, hey. How you doing?
Hi. Good.
All right.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's good to have you here.
Yeah,
Good to have you here.
good. It's good to have you here.
Thank
So-
you. I'm hoping for this taco I was promised.
Yeah, it's being delivered, so just hang in there.
Alrighty.
Can you tell
if-
us
if he-
anything
if-
about yourself?
I like tacos.
Okay, that I think we established
I'm
that
here
one,
for the
yeah.
taco, and I want the taco. That's
Oh, okay, well, you better deliver, Ray.
All right. He's not very. He's a little one dimensional, Bill. I don't know how this is going to go.
Well, can't be much worse than you. All right,
Thanks.
so since we've got a guest on and it's our
Yeah.
second show,
Yeah.
I've been wanting to whip something out, and
Should I move back?
yes, a little bit. It's going to be big, it's going to be round, and it's going to spin.
I don't like this.
Oh,
I think
know,
I stepped onto the wrong
that
podcast here.
that explains, Bill, why your wife is always smiling when I see her. That explains a lot.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, we're just going to bring it to you. We've got our new and exciting thing that we're going to bring out, and we call it the Wheel of Misfortune.
Ooh, I'm getting goosebumps.
Oh,
The Wheel of Misfortune?
The Wheel of Misfortune.
It's quite
That's
the
right.
introduction there.
I can't wait to hear this.
Well, what we do, it's got two spinners, and we spin one spinner, and it rotates through all our different segments that we can do for the show. Then, once it's decided on a segment, then we go to the other spinner, and we spin it, and it comes up with a topic. So it's kind of random, and then we can just kind of confer what we want to do, and we put something together, and we got a segment.
Does it look like one of those big wheels that they have on gambling night at the church?
Exactly.
Can I bet on something? Can I put some money on like number 7 because that's my lucky number?
Seven's your lucky number. Okay.
Yeah.
You can put something on 7. There's no 7 on there, but sure, why not? Go ahead.
Are you sure? Can I just write 7 on there? And then if it lands on 7, I win some. What do I win, Tyler?
I don't know.
Taco. That's
I win a taco. All right.
He wins a taco back that he was going to give him.
All right.
Yes.
Split
so
the
let
taco.
me. I'm getting a Sharpie right now, and I'm writing 7 on the wheel. All right, that's a 7. Okay,
got me
it's
scared.
done.
I thought you were gonna write. I thought you were gonna write on the taco that half is mine and the other half is
no,
his.
no.
Puts my name on the left side, Tyler.
Okay. All right. Well, so are you gonna spin this thing, or are we gonna?
Should I do it? Should I spin it?
Yeah,
spin it.
Spin the
Yeah,
thing,
you
man.
guys are ready for this? All
Spin
right,
the wheel.
Here we go. Premiere moment. Drum roll, please.
Wheel of Misfortune.
All right.
The Wheel of Misfortune.
The Wheel of Misfortune. We are going to spin the spinner, and there we go. And we're spinning, and we're spinning. I am spinning the segment.
I'm getting
wheel,
dizzy.
and
I'm going to throw up.
It's slowing down. It's going to slow down.
I'm gonna. Oh, look, there's 7. Look, it's almost.
Gonna,
damn.
It's going
It
to
went
land
past
on
7.
conspiracy theories.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and let's go spin the other spinner for topics. And we'll spin that one, and it's spinning, and it's spinning, and it's not going that long. I didn't do that good of a spin. And it's landing on animals. Okay, conspiracy theory for animals.
Animals.
Conspiracy theory for animals. All right, I'm going to quickly go on the computer here and look up something you guys can get to know each other. You know, you guys want a private room for briefly? It's going to be.
So Tyler, what's your sign?
Gemini.
Okay.
Right, guys. I think I got a good topic here. You guys might be familiar with this. It is the conspiracy theory that birds are not real.
Oh,
you've heard
yep.
this.
How
about
heard
you,
of that
Ray?
one.
Have you heard about this one?
Yep.
I've heard something about that, I think, on Twitter.
People say that birds are they're robots. That's what they say. They say they're drones.
Well, looking at the
Right.
the facts here on this conspiracy theory, this is a long-going conspiracy theory apparently that started apparently way back in the 50s or thereabouts.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
From what I'm reading,
I
here,
didn't know it was that old.
What?
Ridiculous,
The
right?
50s?
I'm going to give you some of the
50s?
facts. Yeah. Well,
That's not what I heard.
the theories. What did you hear?
I heard that it began on October 26, 2001.
That's still older than I thought it was. I thought it was.
I got
in the last
to
couple of
hear a little
years.
bit of facts about yours. Go ahead. Let's hear.
Well, apparently, some guy wrote on an Instagram account with the handle "Birds Aren't Real,"
Uh-huh.
and apparently provided compelling evidence. I don't know how compelling it was because I didn't read it, but apparently he got people thinking. This person, I don't know if it's he or she, got people thinking, and then started uh, making some statements that, if you ask me, are satirical and possibly tongue in cheek. I
Okay.
think this was all
Okay.
meant as a joke. I don't think it's meant to be serious.
Look, it's
That's what I thought as
sure.
well.
Yeah, it's real possible that, hey, conspiracy theories we're talking about here, guys. I mean, you know, what if there was so much published or provable facts, would we call it a conspiracy theory then?
Yeah, but something like this, I mean, if this were true, if
I'm going to give you some ridiculous, ridiculous.
facts,
Yeah, that's what.
statements.
Yeah, statements. Sure.
I guess yeah, they're not really
Right.
facts, are they?
Exactly.
All
I
right,
mean,
so
conspiracy theory.
statements. All right, so hit us with a statement.
Well, yeah, one of the statements is that apparently the director of the CIA in the 50s, Alan Tullis, was obsessed with surveillance and wanting to have surveillance all over the country where we could be tracking people, down to them walking, or right into their house. They wanted some crazy surveillance, and it probably all started because of the whole situation with, who was spies and communism and stuff like that. We're talking about the 50s, right? So, in addition to this obsession with wanting to have everything with cameras everywhere, he also had a really big hatred for birds, mainly because
Because they
would
pooped on his head a lot.
Exactly,
Mhm.
because they would
Oh,
poop
I
on the
saw that
CIA
coming.
car.
I saw that coming a mile
That's
away.
hilarious.
Can you believe that? Yeah.
Oh my! I
He
can. I
hated
can.
these birds, with a passion, and wanted them eradicated. So, as the story goes,
He bought a BB gun and went out killing them.
it took him a long time, but
Took him a
no,
long
they
time.
wanted to retrofit these bombers, apparently 100 or so bombers that were going to be retrofitted with this poison that, of course, would only kill birds.
Of course.
And they went out to do this. Okay, they went out
Who went out to do this?
the CIA. Yeah,
The CIA. Oh, so again, this is all part of the conspiracy theory.
right.
So the CIA
exactly.
had nothing better to do but to arm some bombs with some stuff that can only kill birds and
Now,
let them
that-
run amok. And
yeah,
okay,
and well, there's
That's
two
wild.
parts to this.
Wow.
Okay,
Okay.
I know, crazy. There's two parts to this. One is that they were looking to kill two birds with one stone. You basically kill
no,
all the
I can't
birds,
believe you said that.
but because they wanted to have surveillance everywhere, they were already working on this robot bird project. That's right, a robot bird
In
project.
the 50s, robot birds in the 50s. I'm sorry, we didn't have the technology for that.
Yeah, that seems definitely far fetched.
Yeah,
I would think so
no,
too.
I'm not buying any of it.
Well, if we buy into it, that was their
Yeah.
plan, and supposedly they did it. According to these people that follow this conspiracy theory, they eradicated all the birds, every one of them, amazingly,
And no one noticed. And
same time,
amazingly,
they
no one noticed.
exactly, and they got all these robotic birds out there, and they're all flying around, and they're doing what the CIA wanted them to do. They're spying on us, and they're bringing back information, and there you have it. Yeah, that's
You know what's so silly to me is that if people are scared of something like this today, right? That birds are drones and they're worried about privacy. We got satellites already, okay? Those things, look at Google Earth, all right?
Right.
That thing can track down to,
Yeah.
smart cars. The reason they can drive like self-driving cars is because we can survey the ground so well.
Sure,
We
sure.
got cameras on street corners, on shops, a lot of houses. I mean, you can't get away from the surveillance. So,
right.
I mean, the idea that birds are drones and you're worried about that, I mean, it's ridiculous. That's
Yeah.
ridiculous.
How about
Yeah.
you, Ray? What do you feel that
I'm
same way
surprised.
too?
I'm surprised somebody to make a movie about birds that run amok and attack a small coastal town. I'm surprised that didn't happen.
Wait a minute. Didn't-
What?
Now that's real birds. Now look, real
Wait a
birds. One day one day real birds might turn on us anyway. I mean,
You think so?
I don't want to think
I
about
don't
that.
know. I mean, they're watching us. You know.
How do you know?
See, this is
No, you're paranoid.
this is how the paranoia.
how-
Yeah,
This is how the paranoia
Yes.
started
how
for
things
this
Yeah.
bird thing.
You're paranoid, Bill. They're not watching you. Trust me.
Are you sure?
You're one of
How
them.
do you know?
You're one of the most. You're one of the most boring people I know. They're not watching you at all. If anything, they want to
Listen.
shit. They want to poop on your head. That's what they want to do.
Let's think about this though. Seriously, right?
yeah, go.
Let's entertain this theory.
Oh,
Okay.
Right.
I've heard a couple things already, right? One is that the birds charge on the telephone wires. That's why they sit up there. They're recharging their batteries,
Hey,
right?
that makes
That's hilarious.
that makes sense.
That could work.
Right. Now, if we think about different types of birds, okay, they got to survey. There's a lot of Earth. They got to survey different areas, right? So, emus, they search in the ground, right? They're looking around down there, making sure nothing's going on. Pelicans checking out the ocean.
And
know?
delivering babies.
Yeah, right.
Yep, you got pigeons in the cities checking out
He's
people.
right.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah,
Wow.
this is you could snowball it, and this is how it just rolls and
exactly.
becomes conspiracy theory.
Exactly.
This
Well-
is exactly how
Exactly.
you just make stuff up.
Yeah.
Well,
That sounds kind of legit.
Well-
I'm convinced. I'm convinced.
We're making stuff up, but
what?
I'm
That was easy.
I'm looking
I'm
this up
convinced.
right now as we're speaking, and
Yeah.
you guys are gonna get a real curveball in a second. There apparently is
Parrot Larry.
apparently you never heard that
Apparently,
before?
Wow!
Larry.
Right here on our show, my brother makes up a new word. Ladies and gentlemen, my
Apparent-
brother.
Thank you.
Yeah, it sounds like it would be a word actually.
Yeah.
Really? Well, apparently, there is at least one company that has created robotic birds.
For what purpose?
Well, I'm looking here. It's a German company called Festo.
Oh, that makes sense.
That they
You can't trust those Germans. You know.
they want
What?
they would like these robot birds to have some sort of an application in the future. I'm guessing
Angry Birds. Oh, sorry.
I would-
I couldn't
I
resist.
was gonna say.
I couldn't resist.
Oh, you got it.
Sorry.
You beat me to
well,
it.
the scary
was-
thing is they call this they call it the Bionic Swift. All right, it's a this is real. Okay, the generic robot that
Yeah.
can
Yeah.
fly. It has these lightweight feathers.
Uh-huh.
And it only weighs like 42 grams. It says here, and yeah, they have what appears to be like realistic motion. So someone seeing them would think it's just a real bird.
a bird.
So
Yeah.
Wow.
you attach some cameras to this thing, and scary to say it, you've basically got the beginning of this ridiculous conspiracy theory.
You know what we
if-
need now?
Wow.
You know what we need now? Robotic breadcrumbs to feed the birds.
Or maybe robotic cats to take care of the
Oh,
drones.
there we go. Right.
There you
Could
go.
do
Oh,
that.
that's interesting. Yeah, because cats catch birds. So if we make some robotic cats,
If they make,
they would
if
be
there was,
what?
right. Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No,
Robotic-
that would be
no.
the perfect example. That would be the perfect way to eradicate the robotic birds with some robotic cats. And then when the cats get out of hand, somebody could build some robotic dogs.
Robotic dogs,
Yeah.
yes. And then it goes all the way up to the lion.
Yeah,
Right.
sure.
If there were really already robotic birds, I mean, look, this is an article right now that's real. There's apparently companies that are making fake birds for really more of a I think
Fun?
more of a exactly
Boredom?
more for
They
fun,
had nothing
more
better
for,
to do.
more of like exactly more of like a toy thing, right? But you got to wonder what kind of technology does some governments have that they could have already had some kind of robotic birds that go around that, just, I'm not saying that they got rid of all the birds, but they could throw a few fake ones up there that are
Yeah, sure. Who
that are
would know?
surveillance, right? Exactly. So, I mean, and unfortunately, this fuels those conspirators.
It
Yeah.
does.
You know,
it does.
and-
But to think every bird is dead and that
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
every bird that you see, you've seen dead birds before. You've seen, they've got flesh
Sure.
and
I-
bones and
I always feel that with conspiracy theories, there's always some little tiny little spark of a fact, and things just run with it. It's just the
Yes.
same way of
Yes.
that whole what's it called, that game, Ray? What's it called, that game where you play where you're talking to someone's ear? That's a telephone game.
Oh, telephone.
Telephone
Yeah, it's
game,
called
yeah.
telephone.
You know, you know, you get the
And it gets
exactly.
distorted.
You got 10 people, and it
Yeah.
starts out as you know, I have a blue shirt on, and at the end, it's like something completely different than that. You know, give me something here, but you know what I mean. So I
Yeah.
think that's what happens here. You know.
Oh, Tyler's Taco is here. Go.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
All right.
Pay the guy, would you? I don't have any cash.
Okay. I'm working on it.
All right. Thank you.
Damn it.
There he goes. All right.
I got sucked
Yes.
out of that.
Hey, guess what? It's 3 tacos. Wow, one for each. That's
All
cool.
right. That was
That's
good.
perfect.
That worked
Yeah.
out really good. Yeah.
You can share it.
They all,
You don't have to
are
split
they
it
all
in
the
half.
same? Or they're different?
They're probably all the
Um,
same.
All right. Okay. All right. That's good. Then we can't have any fights.
No.
So, any last words on this conspiracy theory?
Yes, let's get on to the next segment.
Oh, okay. That was fun. What do you think? That was fun?
That was fun.
That was.
I-
Yeah.
I
you guys
haven't had
wanna-
this much fun since I went and got a tooth drilled.
Oh, that. What dentist do you go to? That's.
So, yeah. So, all right, guys, let's spin the wheel again.
Yeah. Let's spin it again.
All right. Oh, what did you do? Where you going?
What happened? What, did he leave?
Yeah, I don't.
He
They
left.
just left. Oh,
Okay, well,
I think I know what it is. Yeah, the tacos go right through him. So
yep.
yeah,
that would make sense.
yeah. So
All right. Well, I guess that's it then.
yeah, I guess you're right. It was great having you here, Tyler, but I guess we're going to have to end this at this time, and would love to have you back again.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
All right, good. All right, thank you, everybody, and we'll do this again soon. Bye for now.
This presentation sponsored by.
Are you a dog lover? If you are, then you know there is nothing more rewarding than taking your pet out for a walk. And that is the time when they will generally relieve themselves. Now comes the tricky part. As a good citizen, you don't want to leave your pet's gift where others can step in it, but you are helpless at how to remove it. Introducing Poop Purse, a Michael Kors knockoff that looks like a purse but is actually a plastic-lined place to put your pet's poop. Just open it up and drop it in. You can carry it around for hours with no one knowing what's inside. Be fashionable and courteous at the same time. Scoop sold separately. Find the Poop Purse in overpriced stores that sell useless junk. And now we come to the part of the show called Olympic Sports We'd Like to See. I'm sure everyone has been glued to their TV watching the Olympics as of late. And quite honestly, there comes a time when you're watching the show and you think to yourself, you know what? There's a sport that I would like to see. And so I have come up with a list of sports that we here at Pull Yourself to Pieces would like to see. What do you think, Bill?
Wait. Well, you said we'd like to see.
Well, I'd like to see. So you want no part of this, is that it?
Probably not, since you came up with it.
Okay,
But-
fine. Okay.
But bring them on.
Yeah. Okay. The first sport is called the urban crawl. Basically, it's this. Glocks and Uzis are fired at potential medal hopefuls at about 3 feet off the ground. Participants have to crawl or / duck away to safety. No one can stand, and the first to cross the finish line alive wins. Obviously, shorter athletes have the advantage.
Yeah, that's definitely not going to fly too well. Okay.
Why not? I mean, that would be big in the in the big cities. I mean, think about it. People are
Well-
dodging bullets all the time. Why not make a sport out of it? I mean, see who
Sure.
can, yeah. I mean, look, nobody ever really gets hurt at the Olympics. At least here, this could be exciting. You got people shooting at you. Come on.
This is
Does it get
your
any
way
more exciting? What?
of trying to take down some of the population. Okay, I get it. Okay.
No,
All
no,
right.
no. It's not about that. It's about being able to crawl away at a fast pace without standing up. And here's the thing: if you stand up, obviously you lose because A, you are no longer doing the sport correctly, and B, you might get shot. So
Okay.
again, the shorter athletes have the advantage.
All right.
All right, this next one is called the javelin catch. Look, anyone can throw a javelin, but it takes steel nerves to catch one. Athletes must catch the javelin using only parts of their upper bodies. Hands are allowed, but points will be taken off for every digit severed. Blood loss counts too, as officials will be following with buckets. So
You made this one up too, right?
of course,
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, the javelin catch. I mean, seriously, how hard is it to throw that thing? But think
That's
about how hard would it be? How hard is it to catch it? Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to see it. It's
Yeah.
But I will
Oh,
say
yeah.
that it must be. It would be rather difficult to prepare and train. For
Yeah, no,
this.
it's a
I guess-
one-shot deal. No,
yeah,
this
pretty
is
much. Yeah.
yeah,
The
this
training.
is kind of like
The training's got to be hell.
yeah, this is like when you decide you want to become a kamikaze pilot. Yeah, this is a one-shot thing. So,
Right.
yeah. The next one is called the Angry Wife Gauntlet. Athletes must
uh-oh.
dodge. Yeah, they must dodge dishes, pots, pans, cutlery, vases, books, cans of soup, small appliances, and small children thrown at them by irate housewives. Any direct hits counts as points lost, and the first athlete to emerge unscathed wins.
Now, this one I've actually experienced firsthand, so you might
Aha!
have something on this one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
you'd be a pro at this then.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you think you'd take home? The gold, silver, or bronze medal on this one?
I'm on all three.
Really? Well, it all depends on how good you can dodge all this stuff. I mean, are you good at dodging stuff? That's what
A
it
lot
comes
of
down to.
practice. A lot of practice. Yes.
Okay. All right. So that that explains a lot about you. Okay. Here's the next one. It's called the Postman Run. Athletes must deliver 10 pieces of mail to a mailbox, but standing between them and the mailbox is a yard filled with kids' toys, a pool, cars on blocks, vacuum salesmen, Jehovah's Witness message pushers, and 5 dogs, 3 cats, and 1 iguana. This is where, if you don't have years under your belt of delivering mail, you're not going to make it. You're just going to fail miserably. You probably won't even get past the kids' toys. What do you think? You're not saying anything.
I think they can't pay those guys enough if they had to do this. But
Exactly.
if
Well,
anyone's going to be trained for it.
Hey, well, I'm sure they do this on a daily basis, but why not make a sport out of it? Let's have some fun with it. Come on, where's your spirit?
Okay. All right, we'll see this one.
All right, this one's called the Broken Elevator Run. Athletes start at the top. Yeah. Oh, wait till you hear this. Athletes start at the top of an inner city high-rise apartment building. Their task: to make it to the ground floor using only the stairwell, which is blocked by junkies, prostitutes in mid-coitus, kids in diapers wandering around, and assorted refuse, including large pieces of furniture and trash. First one to hit the ground floor without any interaction with the above list wins the gold. The Broken Elevator Run. What do you think?
Ooh, I guess
Yeah? What?
to appease you, I'm game.
You try that, huh?
Well, I'm game to see it. No.
Oh,
I'd like to see,
you
I'd like
wouldn't.
to see you do some of these, but no, yeah,
Oh no,
bring them on.
I'm just way too out of shape to, start dodging kids in diapers and assorted refuse. No, no, no. You would need somebody like, remember OJ? Remember like the 70s OJ when he'd be like running somewhere and he'd be jumping over stuff? Yeah.
Right.
OJ would be good at stuff like this, but
Okay.
me and you, no, we wouldn't be good at this at all. Well, that concludes Olympic sports that we would like to see.
Please, this is the police. Don't move. Ladies and gentlemen, stupid criminals.
Bad handwriting thwarted a bank robbery in southern England because tellers couldn't decipher the robber's threatening note.
Wait, hold it. Did I hear you right? Some guy went into a bank to rob it,
That's correct.
and he writes a note and the tellers couldn't understand what was written on the note?
That's right. His handwriting was that bad that they couldn't tell.
Really?
Yes.
Did he have a prosthetic arm?
No.
Seriously.
Hey, look,
Was he blind?
bank robber is not a profession that you try out for. I have really bad handwriting, so I
Oh, so
know already I can't be a bank robber if I've got to write it.
right.
You know,
So
if I got to write.
you'd fail at this. So you would fail at this too. Is that
Sure.
what you're telling me?
This guy
Yeah.
was a retiree, Alan Slatery, about 67 years old,
Okay.
and he went in there to the Nationwide Building Society branch in Eastbourne, and he tried to rob the bank with a really bad written note.
I see. Did anybody chase him out at some
Well,
point?
before
Well,
that even happened,
yeah.
the tellers and reps there, they struggled to read his message, demanding that he hand over cash. They handed it from person to person, trying to decipher what
No.
it was, and then
Oh, that's got to be embarrassing.
yeah, in his
Didn't this?
frustration,
Yeah.
the bank
What?
robber ended up leaving empty-handed.
Yeah. Didn't Woody Allen do something like this in the movie Take the Money and Run? Didn't he try and rob a bank and he
What
hands a
happened?
note. He hands a note to the teller, and she's trying to read it, and she doesn't understand the words. And she goes to the guy next to her, and she says, "Hey, do you know what this says?" He thinks he knows what, and he reads it. And Woody Allen says, "No, no, no, that's not what it says." And they pass the note around from person to person, trying to figure out what the note says. And basically, this is the holdup. Give me all your money. Um, that
Super
was funny, and
criminals.
the stupid criminals. That's why
Yeah.
it's called Stupid Criminals.
I think in that movie he also had a gun. Did he have a gun? What was the deal with the gun that
Uh,
happens with the gun?
Yeah, he has a gun. He's in prison and he makes a gun out of soap and he puts
Brilliant,
black.
brilliant.
Yeah, no, he makes a gun out of soap and
Good idea.
he puts shoe polish on it. But
That's
unfortunately,
perfect.
unfortunately, the time that he actually needs the gun, he's outside in the yard and it's raining. So he
Uh-oh.
basically ends up standing there with a
Oh,
handful of suds.
great.
Stupid criminals.
Idiot Science.
Welcome to Idiot Science, where we are going to discuss gravity.
Well, what the movie Gravity?
No, not the movie Gravity.
Oh, I hope
Gravity.
not, because that movie made me sick, and that was
Why?
just during the I did just it was too much moving around. I think I got sick
much
during the
moving
opening
around?
credits. Oh yeah. All right. Continue.
Well, there's a major misconception about gravity itself, specifically about who discovered it. See,
Wait.
everybody think
I thought it was
what?
that
Uh,
guy.
everybody thinks that Isaac Newton was sitting under an apple tree, but in actuality, he was sitting under a fig tree. So he's sitting there, and a fig falls on his head, and he picks up the fig and he looks at it, and that's when he has this amazing epiphany, and that's
Really?
where fig Newtons came from. Yeah, and then right after
Oh,
that,
Newton.
yeah, and
That
then right
makes
after
sense.
that, he thought of gravity. So yeah,
Are you sure it
yeah.
wasn't Apple
um,
Newtons? I,
no, it was fig Newtons. Trust me, I
so
was
there
there.
was.
Oh,
So
what?
all right. I mean, that's a long time ago. That's like the 1600s, and I
Yeah,
mean, I
I'm
guess
I
if
look
he
good
dis-
for my age.
I
What?
guess if he discovered gravity.
Yes, he discovered gravity. Well, he discovered the
Thank God he
idea
did,
of
because I guess
gravity.
before that, we were all just
What?
kind of just like, wow, until he discovered it, we were just floating around.
No,
No,
no.
I'm telling
It
you
was
about how great it was.
gravity. I know gravity's always been. He just named it. That's all.
He just named it. You
It's
sure?
it.
It would have been really cool if we were all
Gravity.
just floating around, man. That'd been great, like a bunch of
No,
Superman.
no,
So,
that
like, the apple hit his head, and he
there
went,
wasn't an apple. Trust me, it was a
okay, the
fig.
fig. I'll go with that.
Right.
Sure. Whatever. It's all
Yeah.
theories anyway. So the fig hit him in the
Right.
head. He said,
Yes.
ouch, probably.
Right.
And then he was like, oh, damn, that hurt. And then he
Right.
probably said something like,
Like,
we'll call that.
and then he thought I could wrap some kind of crust around this and market it and make a fortune.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, that was his first
And
thought.
then we were like, we'll call that gravity. Got it.
No, we'll call that fig Newtons.
We call it fig Newtons. So gravity is not even real.
No, no, well, gravity came after that.
Do we
First he
know
thought of the
gravity's a real
first
thing?
well, it's a theory.
Uh,
It's what we use to describe why we don't go flying off a spinning earth that spins at 1,000 miles an hour.
Keeps us grounded.
Right.
Got it.
Apparently,
Have you seen it?
apparently,
Can you show me gravity?
no, I
I
can't show you gravity.
I want to
But
see it.
here's the funny thing.
Wait a minute.
If anything spinning, right, usually tosses whatever is stuck to that thing is spinning off of it. But with gravity, for some reason, the actual effect is the opposite. For some reason, something spinning creates gravity, which keeps us on the earth, which makes no sense to me.
Yeah,
I don't
that's weird.
understand why we're not. I don't understand why we're not flung off the earth out into space, especially on an earth that's spinning at 1,000 miles an hour. But here's the thing: 1,000 miles an hour spinning might sound like something spinning very fast,
Sure.
but something the size of the Earth, that large, spinning at 1,000 miles an hour, is really not that fast. When you
Right.
consider it takes 24 hours to make one complete spin. So,
But this is why I get sick sometimes. I think
why do you
we're
get
going.
sick?
Well, we're
You
going 1,000
fig-
miles an hour.
oh, I thought you were getting sick from eating too many fig Newtons. All right, never
It
mind.
could be that or those apples. Apples.
It wasn't apples. Would you stop with the apples?
Are you sure he hit him on the head and then he wasn't sure? Maybe he
It,
thought he saw something else.
a fig
He-
hit him on the head,
Maybe it was an
and
old fig. Maybe it was an old apple, so it looked like a fig.
uh,
That makes sense, right?
right now I wish I was flung off the earth
That could
and
be
out of this
possible.
studio. What? No, it was a fig.
All right.
Anyway, so do you know anything about gravity per se?
Well, I know the three laws of gravity. Law one, I have gravity.
What?
Law
What do
law
you mean you have
two,
gravity?
I
You
got some
don't own gravity.
I got
You
gravity,
don't. No,
and
no.
well, law
How?
two,
How do
you
you
got
have
gravity
gravity?
too. Well,
Well,
I'm sitting
can you
right
see it from
now.
there? Can you see it?
Um,
I'm sitting across from you. Can you see my gravity?
yep,
Really?
yep. Well, yep.
What does it look like?
It looks like
Is
another
it rain?
dimension. It's like another dimension. That's what it's like.
Is
Yep.
it really?
Yeah. Oh
Well,
yeah.
I'm looking at you. I don't see anything. In fact, that is the ugliest suit I've ever seen. Why do you wear that thing?
Well, it must be anti-gravity. That's my anti-gravity suit. Yeah.
Oh, good save. Okay, so three laws of gravity you were saying.
Oh, yeah. I got gravity. You got gravity, and the Earth has gravity. There you go. Those are the three laws
Why?
of gravity.
Why does the Earth have gravity? And
Well,
don't say just because it's spinning, because that makes no sense.
well, there's definitely gravity. I mean,
What?
sometimes. Well, I know there's definitely gravity, even though they may say it's a theory. I'm going to believe it because sometimes there's more gravity than you wake up in the morning and you keep falling
Yeah.
down. There's more gravity. The gravity is
No,
heavier in the morning.
that's from drinking too much the night before.
All right.
That
Okay.
has
So let's say.
nothing to.
All right. Okay. Maybe that
Yeah,
is the true. But during the
yeah,
day, it must.
yeah.
Your head's in the clouds. You're floating around. There must be less gravity. And then right, and
Uh,
then
no, now you're being philosophical. No, no, no. I don't think that's right.
damn it,
Everybody
it
uses the
seems right.
idea of a ball. If you take a ball in your hand and you drop it, it immediately drops to the ground. That's gravity. And I'm thinking, no, isn't that something with just weight that just wants to fall because it has weight? So what I don't understand the difference between something having weight and wanting to fall
Well,
versus
even
gravity pulling it towards the earth. I don't understand the difference, which is why this segment is called Idiot Science.
This presentation sponsored by.
Do you love potato chips but not all the fat and sodium that comes with them? Introducing Bob's Boring Potato Chips. At Bob's, we take only the finest Idaho potatoes, slice them thin and boil them in water until they're soft and mushy. Then we gently place them in foil bags for you and your family to enjoy. And the best part is that instead of throwing away all the crumbs that are left at the bottom of the bag, you can put them in a bowl and make mashed potatoes. Now, who doesn't like boring mashed potatoes? Find us in the dog food aisle of your favorite market. Bob's Boring Potato Chips.
So, hey, listen, thanks for joining us this week on Pull Yourself to Pieces.
Please check out our website, pullyourselftopieces.podbean.com, and subscribe to the show in Apple and Google Podcasts, Pandora and Spotify, or via RSS so you'll never miss a show.
And if you enjoy our show, don't forget to give us a high rating.
And remember to tell a friend about the show, and they'll tell two friends, and they'll tell two friends, and they'll forget to tell two friends, and then they'll tell two that they hated it, and then they'll tell one friend that it sucked, and we'll be right back to zero.
Yeah, right, what he said. And listen, be sure to tune in for our next podcast.
So, Ray, who do we have on our next show?
Oh, we have some really exciting guests for our next show, Bill. Actor Matthew McConaughey will be stopping by to discuss minimalist acting techniques.
Wow.
And Zora Duffy, and Zora Duffy and her singing cats will be stopping by, so don't miss
Can't
it.
wait for that. Yes. Oh, most importantly, check out our ebook, The Idiot's Guide to How to Launch a Podcast, with our interactive segment where you can question Ray.
That's right, you're a resident idiot. Hey.
Okay, it's time to get back to today's topic. Is it okay to let your kids lose once in a while? Ray, what do you think about the...
Thanks for listening to our show, and thank you to freesounds.org and Gottlieb, Audio Mirage, Plastibrain, Cognito Perceptu, FK Prod, Mirage Hazer, Shadow Wisp, D-Boss, Viku Seru, Intra Environmental Sound Project, Julian Nicholas, Carmelo Mike, G Kill Hour, 140-178 Sound, CMU Sound Design, Alan M.G., Der Super Anton, Eric H2000, Bulbastray, FK Phantom, Ultra Dust, Ada Records, and Amakensi. CreativeCommons.org/licenses/by/3.0/legal code.